So what's up? I want to talk to you. I got some really good looking leather. I'm going to try to make some Edgepro style strops. I got these blanks cut at the local glass store. I had like 25 of them cut at the one time. They were 1 inch by 6 inch. The tools we're going to use, I've got a strap cutter, I've got an edger, I've got a texturizer and a knife, and then I've got a little sander right here. So to start out, what we're going to do is we're going to cut our straps to the right width, or close to the right width. We'll trim them up after we put them on. So what I'll do is make this really lightly close to the same size as what the blank is going to be. And then we'll take a piece of leather, we'll feed it on through there. There's a razor blade in here, and bam. So that's the right width. And we'll go ahead and we'll make this one the right width. And the trick is to kind of keep the leather up against the strap cutter. It just pulls through. There's a little razor blade in there. It takes care of it. All right, so we got our scrap. We'll set that over here. Set that over here. So now we've got some strips that are a little wider than what our blanks are going to be. So what we'll do is we'll take and trim this down lengthwise to where our blanks is going to be. Okay, so now we got 3 strops for 3 pieces of glass. Get rid of our scraps. Keep our work area as clean as we can. So now what we're going to do is we're going to texture the back of these blanks so they'll hold the glue better. We'll do that with this. And now all we're doing is we're roughing up the back so the glue can stick to it a little better. Or in this case, the front, because we're going to use the flesh side for our strops. Sometimes you may want to use the skin side for your strops, but for what purposes I'm going to use these for, I want to use the flesh side. Sorry for the sound of the compressor. We're just roughing it up so we'll have a place for the glue to stick. Keep our area clean. Got our strops. Do a quick wipe down this leather off here. Simple enough, right? Take our 3 strops and we'll put the glue on them. Thing to be careful here is glue will drip all over the place, and you don't want to get it on the side of your strop that you're going to be stropping, because it'll take you forever to get it off. But in the meantime, just put your glue on there. This is barge contact cement. It's really cool stuff. There's a little bit of a waiting time, so after I paint these, I have to let them sit for about 15 minutes. And so I won't make you sit through that. I'll pause the camera. But we're just put a nice coat on there that you can see. This stuff sticks really well. I tried using like a spray cement, and it worked really fast, but after a couple days the edges were peeling up and it just didn't work out for me. And I've tried this on several different strops, and every strop I tried on just keeps going and going. It's the leather never seems to come off. Haven't tried it on glass yet, so this will be the first time. I'll let you know how that goes. But I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. So You have to put this cement on both the glass and on the leather. So we'll do that now. We'll put this on our glass too. Try not to get it all over the place like I'm doing. But you want a good coat that goes all the way to the edges. You want it to go all the way to the edges because once the edge starts peeling, there's really no stopping. So we're going to try to make sure that we get a good clean fit all the way across the glass. Glass is really good for this application because it is flat. I mean, it is flat. I've never been able to get a piece of wood as flat as I can a piece of glass. So for this application, you know, we're using a guided sharpener, and when I use my sharpener for this, I will actually polish using stones and polishing tapes to about 65 or 100,000 grit. And then I'll use this maybe in between or afterwards to try to clean up the scratch marks, depending on which diamond stropping paste I'm using. So we'll let those sit for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll finish it off. Okay, we're back. We've let about 10 minutes go by so that the contact cement was set up. Now when you stick this on here, it's on here. So you make sure you have it in the right place before you stick it down. So we'll line it up and then bam, there's one. We'll drag it along the edge of our bench here to make sure it's on there good. Alright, and then here's number 2. And then last but not least, number 3. Almost messed up. So there we go. We got number 3 on there. All right. So we've got our 3 strops here. So now what we'll do is we'll clean them up to make sure they're the right size. Get us a knife for that. So I did strop this one pretty good, so it should go pretty well. So make sure. All right, so now what I'm going to do is just clean up the edges on the sander a little bit. Now that we've got everything evened up pretty good, do a quick wipe down just to keep the area clean. You know, if you don't keep your area especially clean, the leather will get dirty and it'll look nasty and it'll make you unhappy. So just kind of try to clean as you go. It'll make it a little easier for you. Then what we have here is an edge beveler. So what we'll do is we'll take and we'll run along the edges of this just to kind of clean things up a little bit. And it's nice to keep these sharp too because the job goes a lot easier. And you want to stay on the edge, right on the edge. This type of stuff you can get on Amazon, or you can get it at, you know, like a Tandy leather store or something like that. I do a little leather working as well as metal and woodworking. So I kind of have these laying around. It makes it a little bit easier for me. They're not very expensive tools. If you don't want to buy a special leather cutting knife, typical razor knife will work. As long as it's a good sharp blade, it'll work. Just make sure that the blade shape is something that you can control, because if it'll cut leather, it'll cut skin, and you don't want to tear your stuff up. And all I'm doing here is I'm just beveling the edges of the leather to, it'll make it not get chewed up as fast when you start stropping on it. You're going to really close the pores in the leather up when you start stropping anyways, but I just kind of think it gives it a nice finished, pretty professional look when you do it like this. That's it. This is the best looking one, so I'll bring it over here and show it to you. So what we have is a quarter inch thick piece of glass. It's 1 inch wide, it's 6 inches long, and then we put a piece of 8-ounce vegetable tanned leather on it. And we've kind of cleaned it up with a sander on the side, and then we've beveled the edges to give us a nice strop. Now we'll just load this up with a stropping compound and put it into my guided sharpener, and I'll use it for stropping knives. Thanks for watching.